It all begins with the heat. A suffocating, oppressive heat that just chokes the city and feels exactly like the fever burning in your own mind. You slip out of your room, quiet as a shadow. The main goal, just avoid her, your landlady. And it's not because you're a coward, not really. It's because the petty details of her world, the rent, the nagging, the gossip, they feel like an unbearable insult to the monstrous thing you're about to do. So, this is your world. A tiny, coffin-like cell right under the roof of a 5-storied house, smack in the heart of Petersburg. Look, poverty has crushed you for so long, it's practically become background noise. But lately, something else has taken root. A sick, overstrained, nervous feeling. The old anxiety about debt, that's been replaced by a much deeper kind of terror. One of your own making. A hideous idea has taken hold of you. For a while, you've been treating it like a fantasy, a dark little game to play during the long, hot days spent in your den. But this is the dangerous part, isn't it? It's that turning point when a dark fantasy stops being an escape and starts becoming a blueprint. Now, the most insignificant little details fill you with absolute dread. Stepping outside brings no relief. Not at all. It's just a different kind of torture. The world is suddenly too loud, too close, and way too observant. It feels like the city itself is conspiring against you. The air is so thick with the stench of taverns and dust, you can taste it. Drunken men stagger past, their shouts grating on your already frayed nerves. Every single sight and sound just completes this revolting, miserable picture. A shout. It comes from a passing cart. You instinctively clutch your hat, and the feeling, it's much closer to pure terror than it is to shame. You knew it. You just knew this ridiculous hat was a mistake. And this is it, isn't it? The classic paranoia, the hypervigilance. The fear of getting caught makes every tiny detail feel like a fatal flaw. This grotesque, worn-out hat is just too noticeable. People will remember it. In this business, you have to be invisible, and this hat practically makes you a landmark. But you keep walking. You have to. This isn't just some casual stroll. No, this is a rehearsal, and you've already done the math. Exactly 730 steps from your gate to hers. You counted them once, back when you were lost in what you thought was just a dream. Now, a month later, you're walking them for real, with a sinking heart and this violent, nervous excitement. You prefer the back staircase. It's dark, it's narrow, and it's safe from prying eyes. You know the way. Every step up feels like a step down into something awful. But just as you reach your floor, a chilling thought just stops you cold. The question just hangs there in the stale air. It's your own mind testing its resolve, probing for the weakness that's going to make the whole thing collapse. I mean, if this simple rehearsal is straining your nerves to the breaking point, what will the actual moment feel like? You ring the bell. That faint, tinny sound seems to snap everything into a sharp, agonizing focus. A moment passes, and then a sound from inside. And there they are. You see nothing but her little eyes glittering with suspicion from the darkness. She's this tiny, withered woman of 60 with a nose as sharp as her eyes. You're here on a pretext, right? Pawning an old silver watch. But your mind isn't on the deal. It's scanning, recording, committing every single detail to memory, the layout, the furniture, and, most importantly, her keys. You hear her unlock a chest in the other room. You note where she keeps them, that steel ring, and one key in particular. It's large, notched, and definitely not for some simple chest of drawers. As you're standing there, the setting sun just floods the room with light, and this stray, awful thought flashes right through your mind. It's a moment of absolute, chilling certainty. You're seeing the future. Leaving her apartment, well, you're in a state of complete confusion. The rehearsal is over, and the sheer weight of what you've just solidified in your mind comes crashing down on you. You tell yourself it's nonsense, that you could never really go through it, but the repulsion you feel, it's not for the idea itself. It's for the shocking discovery of what filthy, disgusting things your own heart is capable of. See, the horror isn't the act. It's coming face to face with a version of yourself you never knew could exist. And in that moment of self-loathing, you finally understand a terrifying truth. The punishment doesn't begin after the crime. The legal consequences, the external stuff, that's just a distant possibility. The true punishment, the internal one, has already begun. You have become your own jailer.
You realize with this sickening clarity that the law isn't the real enemy. The enemy is yourself. And from that, well, there's just no escape. The line hasn't even been crossed yet, but already you can't see the way back.